All right, all right. Welcome. Welcome to Sketches, the hottest talk show in Milwaukee. I'm your DJ E. Please welcome your host, guest host, Jodine Master Rash of Masterpiece Enterprises. Give it up for salon owner, stylist, and makeup artist, Pandora. Singer, songwriter, and bassist, Iberia. And last but not least, creator and executive producer of Spectrum. Give it up for Aaliyah.
In one weekend. However you plan on doing that is beyond me. But can you tell us more about what's going on?
Sure. This will actually be my second annual Speak Your Piece Against Domestic Violence Awareness event weekend. Last year was just one event, but this year it's just been so heavy on my heart to just really branch out and do more. So on Friday night, we have
Friday night, what day is it?
I'm sorry, thank you. Speak Your Piece Domestic Violence Awareness Program. The program is from 8 to 10 and it will consist of domestic violence survivors, abusers, poets. We have a guest artist that will be performing, and after the program, actually during the program we're also going to have a fashion show.
Oh, awesome.
And the fashion show is going to have,
we definitely got to be there.
yeah. And the fashion show will consist of models that are current survivors through Sojourner. And afterwards, we'll have open stepping, and then we have a meet and greet that's pretty much the kickoff for Mother-Daughter Weekend Retreat. And Saturday, we have a domestic violence awareness walk, followed by a charity basketball game, followed by a stage play on domestic violence. And Sunday is the Steppers brunch and the short film viewing on TV.
Oh, that's so you're reaching multiple crowds, like you said, the sports or people who dance, or mothers and daughters and that type of thing. So we definitely commend you for that. Now, Jodine, guys, for some of you who may not have known, she was one of our first guests on our first Spectrum talk show, and now she is operating as our guest host. So yes, we thank you for that. So Masterpiece Enterprises, that's another one of your many things that you do. Want to share a little bit about that?
Masterpiece is basically my marketing company. I'm actually kind of using that right now, getting ready in the process of launching my nonprofit, Ruby's Worth International.
How do you do it all?
Right. Let's stick that on top of it.
So tell us about, you have a play coming up, Shattered.
Shattered but not broken.
Shattered but not broken. Okay, tell us about that.
I've had a few playwriters that have been interested in writing a stage play based on my work, which is Ruby's work. And I decided to finally branch out and do that because, you know, a lot of times we're familiar with domestic violence, but until it hits home or until you see it, the effect is different. So I decided to go on ahead and let it be done since I've fallen in love with this new acting area.
Speaking of acting, well, not quite acting, but I noticed a lot in television lately that people in reality television, their lives have been playing out, and you see different versions of domestic violence. Like, for instance, I am a big fan of Love and Hip Hop. And that Stevie J character on there, for those of you who watch, if you don't watch, I think that that's a form of domestic violence. Because he's making these people feel like, if I don't have you, or if you don't have me, then you're nobody. And you have to go with whatever I say. If I want another woman sleeping in the same bed with us, if I want another woman on the side, whatever I want to do, I'm going to do it, and you're going to stay here right there with me. And if you don't, then you're nothing. So that's definitely a form of mental abuse. And people don't really look at it like that. It's like you're laughing, you're watching these shows, to you, but you don't realize that these women are being abused right before our eyes.
How do people become okay with that?
We were talking about the subject, like maybe different specs we may have had and that
Oh,
we didn't
yeah.
consider being abusive, necessarily being abusive, because I guess we both were on the receiving end. But how does, like maybe the people that you may talk to, how, is this possible to talk?
It's okay. But what I was gonna say earlier though was that you were saying about how the stories and different things that you deal with, people don't understand it unless it's personal, but it's personal to you. Right, Jody? So are you open enough to share with us just a little bit about your personal experience and how were you able to even say, you know what, I'm being abused and I need to get out of this?
Well, I am a 12-year survivor. I went through domestic violence for 12 years. For 10 years, it was physical abuse as well as, I guess you could really incorporate the emotional and maybe the mental.
Yeah.
And then another additional 2 years, that was just straight emotional. I mean, we did have 2 to 3 physical spats, but that was just straight emotional and mental. I didn't know I was going through domestic violence at the time.
See?
How don't you know?
That's what, yeah, exactly.
That's what
How don't you know?
Because I felt like this, like I can say when I was younger and I had a boyfriend in my teenage years, and you have that argument and you
Where
may
it goes a
tussle
little
or
further.
whatever, you don't see it as
You
domestic
slap
violence,
in
you
the face.
see it as like, ooh, slap in the face. No, it's like for real.
Yeah. For me, I grew up without a father, and I did not want my children to grow up without a father. And so, when we were going through our fights, he was blaming me. It was my fault because I allowed this to happen. Oh, you made me do this. Oh, you should have never said that. You're stupid. This is all because of you. I had very low self-esteem. And then he would tell me, no one's going to want you, with 4 children. And I never heard of this.
Did he see
I
you?
didn't know.
And that's the crazy thing, he did. That's the crazy thing, he did see her, and
And
that's how he
that's
saw
why
so
he tore you
much.
down
Right,
so much.
right.
Yes.
So, okay, now back to the question.
Okay.
What I was saying back
Oh, you did Roger come back, train came
I didn't
back.
understand how I lost it, but anyway. So, okay, now how Aaliyah said, the little spats or whatever, is that sometimes the beginning signs of domestic violence, or we just don't realize really what's
When do you
going on?
know, ooh, this should be something I should consider?
Right, absolutely. Well, there's a thing in domestic violence called the power of control. And it kind of goes back to what you were saying, Aaliyah, as far as the manipulation. A lot of times we find ourselves getting involved in these relationships where men will kind of start secluding you from your family and friends. You can't really, the things that you love to do, you can no longer do because you're so in love. No, these things. So that, there's different warning signs like that where I guess the number one main thing is never lose yourself. And if you find yourself in a relationship where you're starting to lose yourself, you're not doing the things that you used to do and things like that, it's like, okay, you have to pay attention.
Okay, well, we have several guests that will share their personal experiences with us, so you guys stay tuned, we'll be right back.